Family, brought to you courtesy of First Ave Entertainment. I am your host, B. We have an awesome show lined up for you today. We can't thank you enough for bringing in this 2019 year. You guys, on January 27th at 6 p.m., we will be celebrating 8 years in existence. We could not have done it without you, so we're telling you to come on and enjoy the festivities. Remember, it will be in Carew of Fort Lauderdale, who has also helped us throughout the 8 years, you guys. It is free to enter. However, there will be food and drinks available for purchase. You gotta be here, you guys. All right. Today, we have Courtney, the Big C. He'll be here in the building, you guys. If you want more information about Carew of Fort Lauderdale, you guys feel free to show them love on Instagram at Carew Multiplex. You want more information about this show, you guys, you can find us on Instagram at Sinks2Sink TV. Also on the web at www.sinks2sinktv.com. Again, I'm your host, B. Locate me on Instagram at LONGCHAMP. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. Sinks2Sink family, we are back here with K-Kid, better known as Courtney.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yes. So Courtney, you've been in the music industry for quite some time, and you've actually transitioned into it full-fledged. Mm-hmm. Before we get to that, let's get some background information really quick. What inspired you to get in the music industry to begin with?
My brother, he had passed away in 2016. But he was the person who gave me the pen and pad for the first time. I was in 7th grade.
Wow.
I'll never forget, I was just chilling, and he was like, yo, here, come rap. And I tried to rap, and I was so bad at it. And I just hated, like, being bad at anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep pushing this, keep pushing. I've just been grinding ever since. It's like 12 years now. I've been just working on my craft. And then the last couple years when I started, like, all right, let's get it. It's time.
Yeah, we remember seeing you, like, you know, you're not a stranger to the Sinks2Sink family. Remember seeing you at FIU.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, you were filled with all this energy and you were doing your thing, and then I'm like, okay, how's school going?
Oh no, we cut loose with that one, cut ties with that for now. Temporary though, you know. I promised my brother that's the last thing I talked to him about, but I was gonna finish school. But
oh, okay, so you have to do that.
Yeah,
because you're so close too.
Yeah, I had 3 classes left to graduate.
What was your major?
Computer science. Minor in, yeah.
So, but on the flip side of that, what made you say, okay, you know what, I'm going to do this full-fledged and put school on pause?
It was around, like, right before my decision. It was, like, at the end of 2016. I was really going through it, I was, like, in the stage of, like, I was looking up different things. I was in the stage of, like, psychosis where I was, like, I didn't know what was real, what wasn't anymore. Okay. So, like, nothing felt legit. And I just didn't know what to do. Like, I was trying to do school, but I really wasn't doing it. And then I almost just lost it. I was like, another thing my brother told me was like, yo, go into a real studio, because I had my own studio in the dorm. He was like, go into a real studio, you're going to see a difference. I was like, nah, I ain't about to do all that, because, you know,
what do you mean you had your own studio in the dorm? Like your dorm room?
Yeah, I bought, like, took a loan. I had a loan surplus after I had paid for school. Okay. And I bought, like, a mic for $500, interface. I had Pro Tools 700.
Wow.
So laptop 1300. I just put in hella money in and bought my own little thing, so I could record anytime. I ain't gotta pay nobody.
Okay. But how's the sound quality in that versus?
It was the only thing was, like, everything was good, was I just didn't know how to mix and master myself. So everything I learned, like hella hours. Like, there was
Okay.
nights I wouldn't even sleep trying to learn how to mix and master, but everything was off the head.
Ah.
So that's what the studio would do. It was somebody who professional knew what they were doing already,
Ah.
and I seen my thing just skyrocket. So,
Okay.
but at that point, I went to the studio for the first time in like November,
Mhm.
and that was the first time that year that I felt happy. Literally, I felt like I was saved. Like I felt like a new person. I was like, I can't do school no more
Oof.
because I wasn't happy. And even if I graduated, I wouldn't be happy going out. Like, it would be for everybody else, and that's not how I wanted to be.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oof. So how did your parents take that? Because I know
Well,
your
my
background, you're
mom
Caribbean.
was tight. My dad was like, I believe in you. I'll do whatever you want. My mom was
Nice.
like, what? What? And she like, yeah, she was not happy. She's Jamaican, so you're.
Of course,
But my
of
dad from
course.
Jamaica too. But my dad more lean back.
Ah, your dad understand the process more. So there's no plan B?
Nah, I'm all in.
Ah.
I'm all in.
Talk about that. How difficult is it for you to just take that stand and say, this is it, this is what I want to do? Because oftentimes, you know, we have our dreams and we have our aspirations, but then we always say, okay, we need a safety.
I mean, school is not hard, but that's what school was doing. Like, I was putting time into school versus time into both, but I was still doing double time. Like, you know what I'm saying? But going full into my music, it was actually a lot easier, honestly, in my opinion.
Well, would it have been easier for you to, let's say, major in something dealing with music and then pursue your music career?
See, that was the funny thing. Computer science was the closest to it at FIU.
Okay.
So that's what I was learning, how to like code and stuff like that, which is like the software side of it.
Okay.
So I was gonna do like audio engineering, was kind of like how I was going. But
Which makes great money.
but they make a lot of money. My
Right.
uncle does that, and he's set.
Yeah. So
Tedious though.
So you're not against the whole school thing?
No.
Okay.
Because
if
it's
someone
still a
was
scam.
battling-
You know, I think
Still
college
feels
is a scam. but
Okay, let's talk about that. Why is it a scam? Because I already know you have a song that you freestyle on that.
I have a FAFSA diss track
Yes.
coming soon. Nah, I ain't gonna say coming soon. I've been saying that for a long time. But I have a FAFSA diss track on my new tape.
And for those who don't know what FAFSA is, oh gosh, what is it?
Yeah.
It's like the financial aid. I don't even
Yeah,
know the
it's the bad guys,
abbreviation for it.
you know, in the college
It's like
stuff.
Federal assistance student.
That's a good question. I don't
It's
even.
basically loan money for school.
Yeah, facts. So
And
you
grants.
get grants, yeah, scholarships, all that
Yeah.
stuff. But it's so difficult. You're always wrong when you go to the lines. I've been in lines so many times. I've been told, you're good, and then I come back, you're not good. And then classes drop. I start out the semester with Fs. There was only one semester that I didn't start off with Fs because my classes got dropped. When I got put back in, I had all zeros.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And
I
you
was.
didn't take that in
Yeah,
consideration?
but school isn't hard, so it didn't really bother me.
So a lot of us, we're I mean, it's two sides of that coin. We're grateful for FAFSA, but at the end of the day, you know that you have to pay FAFSA back. And FAFSA will hound you for the rest of your life, okay? You cannot hide from FAFSA. So when we come back, he's going to talk about the diss track and give us more information about why you felt the need to go ahead and spew out that energy about FAFSA. I'm all for it, though.
Yeah.
We'll be back, Thanks to Sing family.
Healthcare workers and nurses are in high demand. Take your first step toward a medical career today at Ideal Professional Institute in Miami Gardens. With multiple programs available, you can become a patient care technician in just 9 months, a home health aide in under 1 month, an LPN in just a year. Ideal Professional Institute is licensed by the state of Florida, so register now. Call 305-653-7886.
Sing to sink. Music is life. Yeah, yeah.
More, voice to the man just on reaching out to the world.
Take banana.
Sync to Sync family. We are back with Courtney.
What's up? What's up?
So Courtney was talking about the diss track before we left for break about FAFSA. And for those of you who don't know what FAFSA is, to kind of explain it really quick, it basically is what federal funding for school. And it can be in the form of scholarships, grants, and loans. The devil itself. That loan part is the devil. So try to steer away from it because they will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So your diss track basically does what besides dissing it?
It makes everybody who's been through it, the stresses and all that stuff, have like a time of like, yeah, that's right. Yo, like, yo, we we're revolting, but not really because we still need you. But we revolting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel what he is. That's what I want to do with that one. So, I love making that song. Really,
Yeah.
It took no time at all. But when I saw like the guy engineer it, it was amazing. I was like,
The great thing about that topic is that people don't talk about it.
yeah, 'cause
People don't really talk about it.
it's hard to talk about something that you need. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's how I feel.
But then
Now I
there's
don't need it
other
no more.
options.
Now I'm like, yo.
But then it's great to even bring it to people's attention because a lot of people are first generation graduates. A lot of people are first generation, okay, they're actually trying to go to school. So a lot of people do not know the ins and outs that, okay, there's other opportunities out there to get money. Like you do not
agree.
have to get the loan. Like that's the last resort. But then when you don't know, it's like, oh, this free money.
That's what was me. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know how to do it. Now, you know, when you get older, you know a lot more things. You know?
Hindsight. You're like, oh my gosh, I could have done this. I could have done that. I could have worked for the institution itself.
There's actually first generation scholarships that I didn't even know about either.
Yeah.
And my dad was a 16-year military man. We didn't know about that either.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You didn't know about the military?
Yeah, but we just didn't look into it.
Wow.
We started looking into it about 4 years in.
Ah, by that time you've already
Yeah,
accumulated.
my dad paid a lot. Like it was like first year I didn't have any financial aid, so he paid 15,000 out of pocket.
And your dad didn't have an issue with you quitting school? Paying all that money?
My dad is like, I love him, man. He
Oh, no,
whatever
he
I
loves
do,
you.
he's there. Yeah, yeah.
He loves
whatever I
you.
do, he's like, yo, I got you. He's like, whatever, I
Nice.
believe in you, man. Just make me happy, or make yourself
Nice.
happy. Is what you.
Are you the only child?
No,
Okay.
got a big family.
You're the, what place you come in?
On my dad's side,
Position.
I'm the middle.
Okay.
He got 5, and on my mom's side, I'm the middle. She got 5.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's talk about your other track.
Okay.
So your other track, Drip. We need to talk about Drip. That's like the
Yes.
popular lingo now, Drip. Everybody,
The new
I can't
school,
even
the
say
new wave.
stripping.
Um,
Yeah.
I actually just hit 30,000 this week.
That's big.
30,000 views, my first track. I have
That's
another
big.
track called Legend that hit 20,000.
Nice.
As like old school boom bap, like real
Mm-hmm.
lyrics. But this one in Drip, I went new school with it, you know, got a little ignorant, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, Drip is new, so I just went like that, and everybody's
Yeah,
rocking with it.
everybody has Drip. Like that's the new lyric. So in your format, like when you're saying Drip, what are you saying?
Swagger, you know what I'm saying? Like yo, I'm better than you.
Ah, no humility at all, huh?
Nah,
That's
nah.
sauce.
Nah, first of all, shout out my boy Greg. He actually I actually featured on his track for that one.
Okay.
So yeah.
I like
good
the
job.
sound of it too. It's catchy.
Gatsby.
Okay, so when we talking about Drip, like if an old head is listening to it, what is it that you want them to get from it?
They probably not listening to it.
Ah.
It's mad ignorant. I mean,
Why?
old head considered like a 2000 old head, which is like I'm on the
On the
edge
cusp.
of both. Like I like
Okay.
the new stuff and I like the old stuff. Like Dipset, I grew up with all that. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
So like
okay.
Lil Wayne punchlines. So old heads would like that, but the old head, what I tell you, they probably wouldn't listen to it. Yeah.
Really?
It's mad ignorant. Yeah.
It's ignorant. Oh, so you know it's ignorant.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Like
But-
it'll be a hard time
but
getting
get
on the
this.
radio.
So is that why I got the $30,000 people hit? Is that why?
I think so.
Yeah, because if you're speaking of, let's keep it 1,000. If you're speaking of a topic of substance, right? Would people, say, okay, I'm more attracted to this conversation or this topic?
Not gonna lie. 90% of my music is with substance.
Okay.
The only problem with substance music, if you don't do it right, it doesn't have replay value. So the message is there, people love it, but the replay value. So that's what Drip. It has great replay value. All the new school stuff has great. You can keep playing and keep playing and keep playing it.
So what do you mean by great replay value? Isn't it the society itself that, constitutes the replay value?
If you brainwash them the right way. Like if you
Ah.
keep playing a song on the radio, like there's some songs like I know the whole Drake In My Feelings, Kiki, do you love? I've never streamed that song, but I know it by heart.
Because of the time.
Yeah,
that
same
it's
with My
constantly-
Boo. I like both songs, but same with My Boo. I've never streamed it, but I know the whole song. So if you keep playing it, it's gonna like the masses gonna run with it.
Right. Okay.
And then push it in a different way, like great marketing with the In My Feeling dance.
Right.
And stuff like that. That's what new artists should get on.
So
learning
what's
how
the
to
drip
market
dance? Is there a drip dance?
I actually was gonna do a skip, but it was a little cheesy, so I decided not to drop
But
it.
cheesy is good. If you're looking at the Kiki, the entire video.
But it was funny though. That was funny though.
But it was cheesy. Like, it was funny cheesy. Or is it because he made a name for himself? So it's like you don't even look at it as, the cheesy aspect of it.
Nah,
It's
I'll
like,
tell you if it's cheesy or not.
Yeah.
It was kind of cheesy, but it was just
but
smart,
it was cute.
strategic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it because Odell snapped on that, and Shiggy too. Shout out to him.
Yes, yes. All right, so big things going for a lot of people in the industry. Chris Brown just signed like a deal where he's having the master, like he owns his songs now. Like, how
Which
big is
huge,
that?
and he's the youngest to ever do that
Yes.
too.
Yes, how big is that?
Which is kind of disturbing in a way.
That's disturbing. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the fact that he's the youngest and
Yeah,
only
at 29.
at 29. And you know the awesome thing about it is though, like I always said, he's the king of this generation. And people are like, I don't think so. I'm like, no, I think so. Like, he's so well versatile.
That's what a lot of people are saying. My homeboy Zay loves Chris Brown more than anybody I've ever known. But he says, yeah, he's the king of R&B. But I feel like you can't say he's the king of R&B because he's already a legend. So you gotta just let the new people have their way. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown's a legend in my eyes. I don't care.
Not even in this generation. You can't even give him that title. Like, okay, he's the king.
Oh,
in this-
he might be I think he has the highest, like, him or Drake, like the highest, like, album sales or something like that. I don't know what it was.
Right.
But it was a big argument my friends was having about it. But yeah, I definitely feel like he's the greatest of our generation.
So
R&B wise.
owning your masters, we got to talk about that when we come back, because a lot of the times we just want to be on the scene and we want to be famous, but it's one thing to be a legend and to leave that legacy behind. Thanks for saying, family. When we come back, we'll highlight that. All right, Courtney?
Yeah, no doubt.
What's up, Sinks to Sink family? We are here with Courtney,
What's up, y'all? What's
better
up?
known as
K-Kid.
Yes,
It's
K-Kid.
acronym for knowledge is diversity. I make feel good music. You know what I'm saying?
That's where the drip come in.
Nah, that's the other side. I gotta talk about that. I got 3 different rap names that I'm about to change into.
So you already changing your names and stuff?
Nah, this was I don't want to like. So you know how drip people hear that, be like, he make music like that. That's not who I am.
Right.
So I don't want them to confuse it. So I'm gonna have like
And
a
put you in a box.
fact. So I'm gonna have an alias for my ignorant stuff,
Okay.
an alias for my singing stuff, and then an alias for my feel good.
And you feel like
Lyrics
all of
matter.
them will be able, everyone, like your fans will be able to say, oh, that's still him, but that's just
Yeah,
another
definitely.
aspect of him.
Definitely.
Okay. But
I just
I feel like people are able to understand that there's different sides to people. Like you have No?
Because with me, like, so there's an artist XXX, one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people see him as like rock
Right,
music. I used
right.
to, when I first heard it, I was like, I'm not listening to this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance. He makes more than that.
Right.
He made real hip hop, and I
Right.
didn't find that because of what the illusion that I got that all he did was that. And then I started liking the rock stuff a little bit, some of it. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, yeah, but that confused me because like, now if he had 2 different aliases, when he had the hip hop and then the rock, people who love him for just the hip hop can just listen to that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna let them search up only my hip hop. You can just listen.
I don't know. I look at that a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like you being an artist, of course, like if you real recognize real. So if you're an artist, I already know that you're multifaceted. Like automatically, if I'm a fan of yours, I shouldn't put you in a box where you're only deemed to do just this specific thing. I should be able to, respect your craft as far
Facts.
as
But what
but then
about-
that's just me.
No, that's
That's
true.
just me.
That's 100% true. Cause you're thinking of it from a fan perspective. I was thinking of like me trying to gain fans. So like
Ah.
the first, like, I'll never forget, I'm a huge fan of YG,
Mm-hmm.
but my homeboy Kenny actually told me to go listen to his album. I was like, I'm not about to listen to his album. He made Tooted and Booted. So that's like what Drip would be like for me, like Tooted and Booted. He's not going. The first song in his album was amazing, and it was straight like real lyrics, like his life, like gang bang and all that stuff.
Right.
I was like, damn, he's actually spitting real, and I didn't know that because of that illusion.
Right.
Nah.
But the great thing about that is you made an important. You said something important. Your friend told you about it, so word of mouth still trumps it all.
Facts. That's definitely
So-
the most powerful thing possible.
Yeah.
You're right.
So if your homeboy and you respect your homeboy's craft, and your homeboy say, "Oh yeah, you should listen to this person," you're like, "It's trash. I'm not listening to that person." No. But then you respect your friend's opinion, and you're like, "All right, let me hear a little piece of it." Then that trumps you listening to someone because of their alias or anything else.
Yeah.
But I guess I can see where you're coming from as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little old school. Maybe. All right, so let's talk about your up and coming events. You got a lot of up and coming events coming up. The new year. Let's talk about your up and coming events and what are your plans for the new year? Like, what is it as far as your music is concerned? What is it that you aspire to do?
So, as far as music, I'm not trying to drop no more music until Drip hits
Okay.
100K.
Ah, okay.
I'm not trying to aim low no more, so I'm
Okay.
going hard.
That's what's up.
As far as events, I'm trying to only hit festivals this year. I'm trying to aim big. Like, my goal for everybody, I told all my friends way back, 2020. We're going to Japan 2020.
Ah.
So I can't mess around this year, so I'm going big. There's a couple events. I don't want to put it out there and then it not happen, you know what I'm saying? But there's a couple of festivals I already got in tune with.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Why festivals?
Those are way huger, and I need more experience with bigger,
Crowds.
like huge
venue?
crowd. Like
Okay.
last semester we had performed for 600 people. Shout out to BSU, that was dope. I had 2 events where I performed for that much people. But I need more of that. You know what I'm saying? That feeling is.
I was gonna say,
untouchable.
how do you feel when you get on the
Ooh,
stage and you have that
untouchable.
audience?
I'm not gonna lie, it's easy to perform with more people.
Yeah, because it's not as intimate.
Facts.
Yeah. So you said that you also have up and coming events, and then
Oh yeah, I had an event
you
in
spoke-
December. It was a 1 a.m. event. Shout out Vontae, he put me on. Yes, Jules, amazing person in Miami, threw an event where JID opened and she let local artists have a chance to freestyle to his beat,
nice.
and the winner would get picked to perform for him. So
did you freestyle?
Yeah, I actually had 2,000 views on Instagram, on
Mm-hmm.
Twitter, and 1,500 on Instagram. All my friends was tagging everybody. Like,
Love it.
I loved it. But unfortunately, we didn't win. Me and my boy John, we didn't win. But Yes, Jules was like, for all the artists who snapped, y'all can come to the JID show, and I'll let you perform in front of everybody.
Nice.
And that was huge. So we all spit in front of him. JID, I love him. Dreamville, I love him. J. Cole, my favorite artist. So that was a huge milestone for me.
We're going to talk about that when we come back. As far as support is concerned, because local artists, we need support, and we're going to talk about how we can come together and maybe, help each other out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Sync to Sync will be back.
Sync to sync. Music is life. Yeah, yeah.
Voice of the man just on reaching out to the world.
Take banana.
I looser than, loose, I sweeter than, juicy. This carnival harvest, so damn loose, get loose.
Sync to Sync family, we are here with Courtney,
What's up?
local South Florida artist. And we were talking about before we left for break about, us coming together as far as artists are concerned. And it's very difficult, especially in a local community. I don't know why, for us to just show each other love. And I was on the gram the other day and I saw that Ball Greasy put out a post and he was inviting local artists to come together to a club. And he was like, whatever club you guys go to, come on, we're there. And I was like, that's pretty
Word?
dope.
I didn't even see
Yeah.
that. Damn.
Yeah, Ball Greasy shows a lot of love to local artists. And I think that's really dope because oftentimes I don't know what it is about locally. Like, you'll get a lot of love when you step outside of your environment. I don't know why.
That's crazy. I don't know why it is either. It's like people who don't know you support you hard.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That is
But
like totally the truth. I don't get the concept.
I call it because I had a change in my life where I started getting positive. You got to start thinking positive. So it's not that they don't support you yet. It's called latent support is what I call it. So it's just as soon as you get on, they'll support
Everybody
you. Trust
coming.
me. Which is sad,
It's delayed.
but yeah.
It's definitely
Um,
delayed.
Yeah, definitely. Support is hard, especially for local artists. There's many times where we literally feel like nobody's listening. And that's
Right.
not true. Trust me, there's people always listening. They just don't want to show you it, or they don't feel comfortable. Like with me, I like to support and not really show it too much because I feel like I'm here for approval.
Right.
But there's people always watching.
Is that a form of motivation as well, though? Like, okay, all right, so my home team not even supporting me. Bet, watch this. Watch
Definitely,
what
I get motivated more when people doubt me, or if there's trigger words. So like somebody's like, "Yo, that little song you dropped, it's dope," like stuff like
hate
that. Yeah, like all right, the bet.
It's so condescending and people don't even realize it.
Yeah, like yo, you mocking me in a sense,
Yeah.
but it's all good. It's like
Yeah.
stuff like that makes me alright.
yeah, I see
Alright.
you with your little hits there. I see you.
He's like, alright.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Like, yo, that little business you started, like everybody who's starting a business, it's hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard.
It is. It is. So what keeps you motivated?
Family. Honestly, bro. Like, there's nothing worse than seeing family not where they want to be at. Same with myself. Like, seeing like there's too many people who believe in me.
Right.
So for somebody to say like, if you're not working hard or stuff like that is disrespectful to what you gotta do. So you gotta put yourself on. Gotta put the fam on. There's a lot of people that gotta eat.
Speaking of that, so back in the days, I'm aging myself with this. MC Hammer.
Uh-oh.
He put. I know. But he really put his family on, like the whole.
MCM, I've been reading about him. He put everybody on.
He said, "I've been reading about him, Lord."
Yeah.
That makes me super old.
I've been
but
reading.
yes, he put everyone on until the point where he had to file for bankruptcy, and he had some very much financial troubles. It was like a total disaster. So, is there a limit though, like in putting people on? Because oftentimes, if you don't have that financial, like if you're not financially, I guess, educated, and you're just like dishing out the money and not knowing how to flip it, and then before you know it, everything is gone, and then everyone's in an even worse condition than they were before. A great example of putting people on and still holding down the fort, I guess, would be LeBron James.
How?
What?
Talk to me.
Oh my gosh, LeBron James, like all of his, you're not a LeBron James fan, huh?
Nope.
Okay. All
Nope.
of his people, I see that. Like, he has people that's been with him since he was in high school, and they're a part of his team. And
That's my plan too.
and he's still with these same people. He could have easily said, you know what? No, I'm going to get someone else who I think that is, very much so well-rounded, or that can handle the amount of money, because he has a lucrative business, right? And he still keeps these same people in his circle tight-knit, and they're just progressing together. I think that's
What I
dope.
love. My thing is, I'm not going to give money to anybody. I hope all my friends and family don't expect me to. But I want everybody to know I will put everybody around me in a position to make money.
Yes.
So that's what LeBron probably did, right?
right.
So-
What you mean probably did? You really don't like LeBron?
Nah, I respect him now. I really didn't
Now?
before.
Why didn't you respect
He's
him?
a GOAT. Because I feel like people overhyped him. Like, I feel like there was flaws in his game. But now he's amazing now.
Not
Like,
even his game.
That's how you
but
know
just-
somebody.
But just how he is, like, as a person.
a-
Like, this brother has never been in the media for anything negative. He holds it down with his family,
Oh,
right?
I'm talking sports-wise, not like.
okay,
yeah.
sports.
I don't
Okay.
know him, so I can't even say that.
Here we go.
I keep things like different. Art and people, I keep them separate.
Really?
Yeah, I don't wanna iconize people, like make them an icon in my
Okay. All right. So in the same token, is that whew, this topic is too big, because as soon as you said that, you know what I went to? R. Kelly. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that there, because that's a whole nother conversation. So as far as your work is concerned, we love you. Thank you for coming back to us. Where can we find more information about you?
You can follow me on Instagram precisely at K_kid of top notch. All my shows will be like K_kid of top notch. That's also my Twitter as well. And
K
yeah, that's where my main
underscore.
thing. Kid of top notch. Let's get it like cake.
Ayy.
Live band
Get
in the
the
back
shoulders
like
in.
cake.
Ayy.
Live band in the back. Oh, it's J5. Shout out to all my Kappa homeboy. You talking about shoulders. They shaking the shoulders today. They shimmying today. Shout out to they Founders Day today. That's lit.
Did you pledge?
No, I haven't.
Okay. You haven't.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. All right, Snakes and Snake family. We'll be right back. Snakes and Snake family, we're back. We're here with Courtney.
What's up, yo?
Courtney been chopping it out about, his career, his journey throughout music, and we've been also branching off in other details. And I didn't even want to branch off to people and icons and, how I don't feel like people should idolize entertainers, but let's be clear, entertainers do have a platform. So what do you say about the platform that entertainers have? Like, should they have a sense of responsibility?
Oh, definitely. They can. Change is huge. Change is powerful. Just like music is. I feel like music is the most powerful thing in the world.
Yeah.
So, with that, that's why substance music is important. You got to be able to change and help people. J. Cole helped me tremendously growing up. I need more music like that. So
Yeah.
that in that sense, yeah, definitely.
So with that being said,
But we're the dangerous path of, like you said, idolizing. So you become so in love with somebody that if they do wrong, it breaks everything down. Now who the person you looked up to the most more than anything, now you see them in a different light for who they really are. Now your life is demoralized, and that's a
Right.
huge power.
like me and a friend of mine, we were talking about the responsibility of having someone that's a mentor. And oftentimes, growing up, you have this, I don't know, you look up to people for different reasons, but a mentor to me is someone that you can call on, like someone you can actually pick up the phone and call. Look, I'm having a situation. Can you be of assistance to me? And not some like figment of your imagination, not someone you see in the magazines and on TV that you can't have that one-on-one conversation with. But even still, with that being said, like there's a lot of people who utilize their their stardom, for their advantage. And
Definitely.
with that being said, do you feel like there should be a separation where, okay, this person is an artist. Yes, this person did wrong, but I'm not a fan of them outside of their artwork? Or should there be like, okay, this person did wrong. You know what? We need to pull off their videos. We need to pull off their music. We need to really like remove this piece of art because of this person's, the works that they're doing outside of, the artistry.
Nah, I don't feel like you should do that. Because I definitely, the power of media, we're in a guilty before proven otherwise,
Right?
before proven innocent. So if you do something bad, trust me, social media is going to be on you.
Right.
And hopefully people don't commit suicide and stuff like that, because I seen some crucial comments. Like, they'll crucify you.
Yeah.
So, like, even if your music is not taking off, you're going to go through some stuff. Even Kevin Hart Kevin Hart went through a lot
Yes,
where
he did.
even he had to come out and say, yo, like, all right, man.
She's still my rib.
Yeah, like, yo, like, I know I did wrong, but come on, y'all, like, they'll crucify you. So
Right.
you're gonna get yours. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I don't want to judge.
Mhm.
I definitely don't want to convict nobody.
Mhm.
You know, I stay away from that. I ain't with all
Okay.
that news stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If it's wrong though, I ain't trying to be like a racism. People who don't speak on something
Right.
is just as bad. I ain't trying to be like that.
I was just
So,
that was gonna be a follow up.
Yeah, exactly. So,
do you speak up, like, if it's brought to your attention, if someone puts the mic up and asks you a direct question, or do you plead the fifth?
nah, if it's bad, I'm gonna speak on it. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like, rape is bad. It's horrible. Abuse is bad. Horrible. Substance abuse is bad. Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, racism is horrible. You know, going through it, whether you go through it or not, is horrible. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I have white friends who they look me in my eyes and say, I'm racist because of who I am,
Ah.
not because of how I present myself and who I am as a regular person, but because of my skin color. I was born into something that made me, you know, more privileged than you are.
And they're your
And they're
white
my
friends.
homeboys that would say that. So people
And you
who
guys are still friends after
oh, yeah,
they say
definitely.
that?
Well, they're not racist. Like, they're not, as them, like, I'm not racist. Like, say, like, if I was white, I'm like, yo, I'm not going to ever call you the N-word. But I acknowledge that I have a white skin.
Ah.
So, therefore, I was privileged. And
Gotcha.
that's the first step in understanding and fixing a broken system.
Gotcha. Okay.
I kind of said that wrong, so my bad.
I got it. I see how you. I see what you mean, because I was like, and they're
Yeah,
still your
so
friend.
Not
Huh.
speaking is just as bad. So, that's
Yeah.
why I'm definitely speak on stuff like that.
So music of substance is what you do, and you have, you know, your music that you say in other areas. That's why you're gonna do your little alias.
Yeah.
Hey, I said little. I didn't mean it like that. That's
no,
why
it's-
you're gonna
it's-
have your alias.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah. So, what is it that you want to leave behind as far as your music is concerned?
A solace. I want a place of peace that somebody could, like, if I get to a point like we get famous like that, you say there's nobody to talk to, I want my DMs to be a place where you can vent. Like, even if I don't see it, I want my DMs to be a place like a diary. So you could just write, and if you don't get a response, that's fine. But I want you to find a solace within yourself.
Your DM is about to
Self-love.
be litty.
Yeah, definitely. Self-love is more important than anything. You know what I'm saying?
It is. So,
really is.
where can we contact you for more information to light up the DMs so that you can find a place of peace and soul?
Social media, you know what I'm saying? Instagram and Twitter both are K_kid of top notch. You know, bust a
K?
little song.
_,
Uh-huh.
kid, a top notch.
One more time, like K _ Millie Rock, kid of top notch. Yeah,
Hey,
that's word
thanks
up
for
right
staying. We'll be back.
there.
Thanks to Sank family. We reached the final segment of our show. We want to thank you so much for watching us. We're here with Courtney, and Courtney has a last bit that he wants to share with up-and-coming artists.
Definitely, local artists don't just release music. Don't just release. Marketing is more important than the music that you put out. That's why bad songs go viral, because they market. As a local artist, when I started, I didn't know that. So I released music and be like, why is my song not popping? That's a bad illusion. I feel like artists market, and market.
There you have it. Market, you guys. Thanks to Sank family. We are celebrating our 8th year anniversary on January 27th at 6 p.m. It's a Sunday, you guys. Please come and join us. Remember, it is free to enter, but you have to pay for your drinks and your food, you guys. Come out and have a great time with us. You want more information about Carew of Fort Lauderdale, that's the building that we're in, go ahead and locate them on Instagram at Carew Multiplex. Again, our show is on Instagram at Sinks to Sync TV, and it's also on the web at www.sinkstosynctv.com. I'm your host, B. You can locate me on Instagram, B Longchamp. We were here with Courtney. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys, for real. It's a blessing.
Yeah, Sinks to Sync family. Until next time.